ancient Germanic name meaning bright.
Hugo is a Germanic name meaning mind.
And a bright mind is exactly what we would call our Papa. Papa knew a little bit about a lot of it. He could paint like Bob Ross, he could play guitar like Eddie Van Halen, and he could shoot pool like... Okay, we don't know anyone that can shoot pool, but he could play with the best of them.
Growing up with Grandpa was a unique experience. For instance, how about all the times we spent the night and he relentlessly tormented us by putting the Pee Wee Herman doll wherever would scare us next?
Or how he thought it was just hilarious to scare all the grandchildren by removing his teeth in public.
But even with these jarring moments, we will never forget there are plenty of great ones. Papa was someone we could call and chat with for a good while. He made sure to fill us in on how the Cubs were doing, even though we had always literally zero clue what he was talking about, because you can tell by looking at us that we have zero clue about baseball. And if it wasn't him talking about it, we would have absolutely had to go.
Papa always came through for us in so many ways.
Like when my car broke down on the side of the road.
Or when I came home from school one day to a mouse in the kitchen. And even though Priscilla was most certainly his favorite child and grandchild, we all know it, we never for a second doubted his love for us or for being our grandfather.
Over the past few years, we found something we both love, practical jokers. We would always talk about who our favorite joker was, who was the most ridiculous, etc. And obviously this was one of his favorite shows because he could be quite the joker himself. As you've already heard, you always know he was up to no good when he would get that smile on his face, his shoulders would hunch, and you would think he was the funniest man in the room.
This past week, I was driving home and I saw a license plate that said Hugo, and I had never seen any other plate in town that said Hugo but Papa's, and I thought, maybe this is him saying hey. But then I saw a Cardinals emblem, and you can imagine my confusion, but then I thought, that's really big of Papa to take one for the team since I'm missing him so much.
Times like these are so hard, not only because we are grieving the loss of a loved one, but also because we reflect on all the time that we took for granted. But the love that we have for Papa is not lost, just accompanied now by years of memories.
So, in spirit of Papa, we have a little poem. We think about you always.
We talk about you still,
You have never been forgotten.
and you never will.
We hold you close within our hearts
And there you will remain,
to walk and guide us